framework agreement, the minimum, then people can then begin to then, okay? So are we good to go? Aisha, please let me know when you start streaming so that we can then get started. Can then get started.
I started streaming.
Okay, fantastic. Good evening, everyone. Welcome officially to the batch 9 of the Global Opportunities Program. I'm excited to be here with you today, and I am Dr. Aderisola Adio Adepoju. And why am I excited? For every time I welcome a new batch of people who are on their way to becoming their dream self, it's like one more mission is accomplished for me. And I can't even lie about this. I'm always telling people that you don't know what is about to happen to you. Because if you knew, you'll be as excited as I am to go on this journey with me. GOP is not one of those programs that I think any professional should not be a part of, because I just always feel like most people who are experienced, that is a professional academic, do not know the value that they don't know the money they are leaving on the table when they do not learn how to get to the next stage. And whatever your next stage is, there is something for you inside the GOP. That I can guarantee you. Recently, we interviewed Dr. Child, who has 2 years of experience. And I remember when exactly it came to us, I was like, someone that has worked in oil and gas, we worked in Shell 24 years. What am I offering this kind of a person again? But I always say there's always a next level. And he said something to us last Friday. He said, I wanted to get to the apex of my career, which is to be the managing director of an oil and gas. And yet, that brought me to you because I really wanted to get there. And he is there right now. I remember him coming in July, and by September, he had gotten that thing. So, why am I saying this? There's always a next level to something that you want to get. And if that is what brought you here, congratulations, because that next level is about to happen. And this is not me rhyming. This is not me trying to just this thing. Trust me, it happens for me all the time. All the time. If you were in my goal setting workshop, I probably would have mentioned that, oh, this year, one of my focus is to, be outside, do things more, get featured in media, basically be out. Like I said, because last year was my last year of building. This year is my year to then scale. Like I mentioned this, and if you probably see, some of you would have noticed I was interviewed on media last week. I didn't have to pay a dime. It was through my efforts, as in through the things I am doing that I am about to teach you. So there's no, like I always say, like, it is not something I used 5 years ago that I would say it worked 5 years ago, but it is working for me month in, month out. I am not one of those global opportunities people that will tell you that it happened to me 10 years ago. Like it has been happening for me since 2017, and it is 2025, and it is still happening for me using the same methodology year in, year out. So it has not stopped working. So, and I know people that I taught this thing when I first started teaching it, in like officially started teaching it in 2021, because I've been teaching my colleagues in school before that it was working. Do you understand? Officially started teaching it, and I see a lot of you as in then 2021, 4 years, they are doing rinse and repeats of the curriculum, and it's still working for them. They don't have access to the learning again. But because they know it, they've done it, they are rinsing and repeating the same thing, and it's still working. Why do I always say this? If you join this and you think, oh, okay, it's another program, my Global Opportunities program is not another program. It is the program that is going to get you to where you need to get to, irrespective of what your next level is. So, welcome to a program that works for your dreams. And if you are one of those people that you like to pay for programs and disappear, GOP will not work for you. And I'm not joking. I am not a miracle worker, but I'm just a very good teacher, even if I say so myself, right? But I'm not a miracle worker because it is the implementation of what I teach that works. It is not just about acquiring the knowledge. So, but here is a good thing. One of the reasons why I come here and I do this 6 weeks with you, like it is not, look, the course itself is what you pay. The bonus is like a support. Why? Because I want you to come on this journey with me. I want you to do the work with me on the journey with you. Because I always tell people, if you think you are busy, I am busy. I got into my house 10 minutes ago. I have a 2-year-old. I don't have a live-in help. What it means is my help goes in the evening. So right now I'm by myself with a 2-year-old and a 9-year-old. And I am here happy doing the work because I just sorted and say, oh, get right. Eat, mommy will be back in 2-3 hours. So my life, but you don't see me coming and say, I worked since morning. By the way, I worked since morning. I've been in the end of the month meeting till 5:10 since 10 o'clock. So trust me, I know how tight, and see, I'm a Muslim, right? So trust me, as experienced people, our life will get tough. Time will be the scarcest thing we have. Dr. Charles, with 32 years of experience working in an oil and gas, last year would come 7 or we say we get to his house around 7 o'clock. Immediately he's getting, he has not even collected food from his family. He's entering the meeting and he's doing the work. But I always say nobody achieves success in comfort. If they told you they did, their lie. You don't kill in comfort. A bit of adjustment will need to be made on this program to your schedule, but that adjustment will pay you, I can guarantee you. Dr. Charles wrote only 3 articles and he was getting multiple offers home and abroad. Home and abroad. He said, Doc, you know me, if I was now choosing that. So please, I encourage you that whatever it is that is coming out of my mouth this night, you take it seriously. You take it what? Seriously. Welcome once again to the program that was, because it is a compilation of my experience over the years in winning global opportunities of several categories. Several categories. If I start to list them, we'll use the next 2 minutes. Please listen. And another thing is your mindset on this program. There is nothing such as quick, let's cut corners to get there. If I teach you profile building, I teach you because if you have access to your course 1 already and you have gone through it, course 1 is difficult to implement. I know, because you would need to do all the exercises I gave you. Oh, you need to get clarity. For you to get clarity, you need to get your stakeholders. You need to do this, you need to do that. And for you to be able to do that, you need to go and start asking questions of your stakeholders. You need to do the journaling, like I said, for 10 years. You need to do this. You need to do the work. But it is in the work that the value is going to come out. And you see that value, what I am about to teach you will help you sell that value that you'll be asking yourself, is this me? Am I this valuable? But your mindset towards doing the work also matters. Because I have seen some people come on this program and they have learned nonsense from somewhere. They will now come and be using it to question me on the program. I do not even have a problem. Like even my interns question me at work. I do not like, Dom, don't you think we should do it like this? Some of them are here, right? That is not my challenge. But when it comes to the issue of global opportunities, I can tell you, I learned by trial and error. I am only saving you time. So if you say do it like that, most likely I've done it. Don't go there to not work. Do you understand? I did not learn this from Google. It is what I have done. I have suffered and I said this one works, this one does not work. So if you have come with a mindset of I learned from one coach, I think I should do 21 days of LinkedIn challenge, I will say good luck to you. I am not your teacher. If your target is to amass followers on LinkedIn, I did not claim to be a LinkedIn coach. I said I am a global opportunities expert. It is the goal that my eyes is on, not the platform. The platform is only a vehicle for me to get my goal. I do not care about sleeping and waking up on LinkedIn. I only care about it because I understand it enough for it to deliver the value to me. So why do I always address mindset at the beginning? A lot of people say, I have worked with this coach in the UK. I have done this. I have done that. And I'm like, uncle, I do not care about UK, US, Canada, and all those things. I've been to all those places. What I care is about how are you going to listen to me for you to achieve the next thing you want to achieve. Are we good? So that is the mindset. I always say something. If you like, don't like me. You don't even have to like. It's all right. As in, just like what comes out of my head, okay? Like what comes out of my head so that we can use it to achieve your own goal. And after this, you can go your way. You don't have to like. It is fine. Do you understand? But again, I think I got on this journey of teaching Africans how to access global opportunities simply because I remember when I would go to all those global opportunities that were funded outside the country, Singapore here, this one, UK there, and I'm practically seeing and saying, where are we now? Where are we now? Where are my people now? There are opportunities everywhere, but guess what? Africans do not possess the skills that will help them showcase the value they have. That not that they don't have the success. That's the thing. As an experienced person, you have recorded success. That one is sure. You have recorded success. What you don't now know how to do is the one they didn't teach you in school. Neither did they teach you at work. How to then package your success and present it in front of the people that need it in the format that is consumable, in the format where they look at it and say, you are the value. That is what I am here to show you. The skills that you will use to build that your own brand that will then place you in front of the right people because you have the experience. The only reason we have approved you for this program, if you applied and we approved you, is because you have the experience. Several people applied. I think we turned down 18 applications or something like that. People apply and we say, no, you do not qualify for this program because my PPP framework works for you because you bring experience to the table. You have the experience. What I am, however, trying to say, bring this experience, let me turn it around for you in such a way that people then are chasing you. I want your total commitment. I want your success, but you must want it as bad as I want it. Because I do not want to start hearing, Doc, you don't want to know the work I did since morning. You and who did work? I also did work. I was talking for 6 hours in my monthly meeting. Doc, you don't want to know how many children I have. I have children and they're going to come here very soon. And I'm going to say, please go away, give me 1 more hour. Doc, you don't want to know this thing. My husband is not this thing. Even me, my husband is not in town. Like, there is no excuse you will bring from, Doc, I've seen Shege in my business. You know, the Shege I've seen in my business is this. You can tell me a lot of things. Oh, Doc, I have this thing. Oh, my supervisor, my PhD supervisor in school is chasing me now to say, Doc, where's the academic paper? And I'm saying, okay, I will write it. So I have a lot on my table too. But I am telling you that I am showing up 3 hours every night for the next 6 weeks because I want to support you on this journey. So if you don't show up for yourself, I have done my part. I only need you to commit your own resources, which is your time. Because for most people, beyond the money you have paid for this program, time is your scarcest resource. Time is your scarcest resource. I myself, I know there are some things that I've paid for that. So I'll watch that process and I've parted with money. It is time that is the scarcest, which is why I talk about it a lot at the beginning of this program. Please, 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 please. 3 hours every night for 6 weeks can transform your life. I can't wait to see your success. Now let's get to it. What is the structure of GOP? The GOP, which is a Global Opportunities Program, contains 5 different things. The first thing is a profile building course. Why do I always do that at the beginning of the program? And by the way, I don't typically do an introduction of myself in this particular webinar because I feel like I've done that inside the email or something I've sent to you and all that. So, but just in case this thing, I'm Dr. Aderin Salam, the founder of Vital Africa, and I'm a global opportunities expert. I have won 9 of 10 categories of global opportunities that exist, and I've been winning since 2017. I have not stopped winning. Features in newspaper, podcast, everything. I have been there. I have done that. I have been to 5 continents. I have worked at Museum for the United Nations, international, like been there, done that. And this thing I teach right now is my life experience. My PhD is in chemistry, so it has absolutely nothing to do with my academics. This thing I teach is my life experience. So now let's come back to the structure of GOP. Profile building course is a course that contains 2 major things. It contains how you are going to achieve clarity on your brand message. Let me rewind. Typically, when you are trying to optimize your LinkedIn, the platform is what you are working on. I always say, before you now work on the platform, maybe it is you that you are going to present yourself on the platform. Bros, auntie, what are you going to present? Especially for professionals that have multiple things they have done in their life. I said, first in the profile course, the preliminary of it is where we first help you clarify who am I, or who am I trying to get? Whose attraction am I trying to get? Who am I trying to attract to me? What does that person consider value? Then when you are doing your clarity exercise, you start to think of all the things that can be and next that you currently have that we can then present. Now, after the clarity part of that profile building online course, which you should have access to by now, please, inside that same course, we now talked about what profile building. What is profile building? It is a combination of all the experience relevant to where you want to go next. We are then going to build that thing into a profile, into words that will then go into 3 sections of your LinkedIn profile. And of course, other things like the upper part of your CV, your third person when they invite you for an occasion. We are going to build it into different formats of profile. That is what we are going to do in course 1. Now, the next course you should also have access to is a LinkedIn optimization online course, which will then teach you how to optimize your LinkedIn. This teaches you how to optimize your LinkedIn as a platform, but we would have first created all the words you put on your LinkedIn as a platform. Now, that is the second thing. In this same second course, we also have what? We have the part where we are now going to teach you how to then say, now I have built a profile. I have optimized the LinkedIn platform in all the sections. Oh, my skills is this number. These are the relevant skills to my industry. My experience is this number. My about section is this. We have done all that on that LinkedIn platform. Then we will now go to the second part of that course, which now talks about writing articles for positioning, groups for positioning, network for positioning, this for positioning. Like we will talk about the positioning aspects, which majorly the bulk of the work in that place in positioning is article writing. My 7-step approach to writing an article that ranks high up. Look, when I tell you that, maybe I will share my screen with you today, my website. The articles I write on LinkedIn, so you understand, when I say this is what I use it. The articles I write on LinkedIn contributes to 39% of my traffic is off the article I write on LinkedIn. I rank high on Google. You'll be seeing my articles. When people are searching for a subject matter, you'll be seeing my articles ranking number 1, 2 on Google. People that are paying for SEO are not ranking number 1 and 2 on Google. I rank high. That is how good my article is. And it is not an academic article. Neither is it a regular article you can find on YouTube. I make bold to say nobody teaches the curriculum I teach around writing LinkedIn articles that works for personal brand. Nobody teaches it, and I can tell you that for free. The only place you can also find it, apart from the GOP, is a content creation course at the Skill for Work Academy. The content creation course teaches how to write LinkedIn articles for a source of living. Why did I teach it on that course? Because I want my content creators to niche down. They don't start writing content for nonsense. Go and write content for companies that will pay you a lot, because people don't know how to write LinkedIn article content. Well, in fact, if you think I'm lying, go online, go and start search LinkedIn article writer, this thing. You'll be seeing the mad money they are paying content creators and niche down in LinkedIn articles. So even that alone, should you choose to leave GOP and say, what I want to do is to monetize this thing that Doc talked to me about LinkedIn articles, you will make money from it, clean. I've had people that came on GOP that they did GOP, they will tell your friend, let me do it for you, collect $200, collect $400, their money is complete, they paid the money for their cost back. Do you understand me? So I've seen it happen all the time. So they like what you will learn from me. Should you decide to say, let me do it for my friend, they will pay you for it, you will collect your cost money back. So it is never GOP is one of those things that keeps giving you returns. Now, but the article writing is another hard part for many professionals. But again, in one of the live workshops, which is the 4th live workshop, I will break down articles for you in a way that even like you'll be wondering, oh, wow, so this is how it is. Look, if you watch Dr. Charles this thing the other day, he said, article, Doc, when my first article, you were saying, no, it's not okay, it's not this, But later, he said, Doc, I only wrote 3 articles, three, before I became like he said, they saw me on it. He said, Doc, you told me to put my CV here, I did it. You told me to put my this thing. They called me, they reached out to me, they said I should come to Abuja. I said, no, I'm not coming to Abuja. First, get me on the phone call with your chairman. 30 minutes, the chairman was back on the Zoom call, the interview, and I said, okay. Now I can come to Abuja. They booked my flight the next day. Within 2 hours, they said, you are going to be our MDO. As he started the work, they were still calling him. Multiple companies were calling him on the work. 3 articles only. I would say, if I teach you, if you write 1 article, that article will work, but you must do it right. You must do it right. I said, because I understand the way that platform works. It is quality over quantity. I repeat, quality. But again, there are so many coaches outside that will be telling you 21 days LinkedIn challenge, right every day. I say, my sister, please make sure that thing you are churning out is quality or else is garbage in, garbage out. LinkedIn does not rank high, low quality content. They will be pushing it to the bottom of the algorithm. So please, why do I keep emphasizing this? I have seen a lot of nonsense going on these days on LinkedIn. I'm like, please, don't let's bring the bad behavior of all these other platforms to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a serious platform for professional growth. Let's be guided. Now, LinkedIn ebook, just in case, why did we have to have this LinkedIn ebook? Because this is an advanced program. We realized that we added that as a bonus, that there are some people that actually come on this program that they have absolutely no knowledge, like nothing around LinkedIn. So the LinkedIn ebook is a starter guide for anyone. So even if we sell that one as I think 5K on our listing website, so we added it as a bonus on this program so that you can then, should you be in that position that you need to start from scratch, please read the LinkedIn ebook first before you start the course of the LinkedIn. Now, WhatsApp group for interaction. By now, I think Moina would have added you to, I know she said she was going to do it earlier today, to your WhatsApp group. And by Monday, she's going to open up that group for you to start interacting and asking your question. Now, this live workshop is the fifth element, which is what we currently have here, the live workshop. The live workshop is what we currently have, right? To this, and this one is for support. I beg you. I have what I can be using my 3 hours for every Friday night. Do you understand? But I come here and I show up. Please show up for yourself. What I taught you on the online course is enough. The likes of Hope, there are several people that buy it. They don't show up for live workshop. Like, why? They bought it a long time ago. They are just waiting for support, just because they just want to learn extra. They've implemented it. It is already working before the live workshop started. But if you know that you need support to implement, please, 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 please show up for yourself, and your future self will thank you for it. That is what is on this program. Now, what should you have access to if you're already on this program? Please, you should have access to these modules on Seller. The first course is on Seller. You can see module 1, introduction to the program overview, brand clarity, profile building, phase 1, 2, 3, and other. You should have access to this on Seller. You don't have to wait for me for workshop. You should be watching your course. The course 1 is 5.5 hours in total. Even if you are watching 1 hour in a day, in 5 days, you will finish it. Please help me to help you. So you should have access to the course 1 on Seller. Now, and of course, course 2. Now, the second thing is WhatsApp group. Moina would do like, hello, this one, that one, that one, that one. All this, Moina would handle it, and you will be in the group. If you don't, please send an email to our this to say iTrain as in our email that you register for the program and you do not have access. Now, the third thing is the teaching, of course, based on what workshop curriculum questions that you can ask here in the curriculum. Please, no question is stupid when it comes to me answering your questions at the workshop. I say, wait till you know no senior, meaning if you don't know it, you don't know it, okay? So please ask your questions in those workshops, which is why it is important for you to show up. Now, our working hours is 9 to 5 p.m. West African time. Why do I always emphasize that? Please, please note, even if we offer support in the group and all those things, it is also key that you know that my staff has a closing time. I am a late crawler. Sometimes I come to the group in the night, look, and drop voice note to answer a question. But that does not mean it's our work hour. It's just because I am a late crawler. So please, should you need support for anything, please just drop it. And most professionals are night crawlers like me. I always say, drop it when, in fact, if it is 1 o'clock in the middle of that, you want to drop it though. Just know that somebody will respond to you when it is the normal time. Please take notes. Don't now say, I thought I dropped one question at 10 p.m. Doctor responded at 10 past. Maybe it is that day. Every day or every other day, I come to you and say, okay, is there something I want to do in this group? So don't now say because somebody responded, doctor responded to somebody at 10:30, you now feel, let me drop my own at 10:35. You don't now respond to you. Now come the following morning and say, I dropped message since 9:35 last night. It is already 9:30 in the morning or the following day. You don't respond. Hello, we resume 9 o'clock. Do you understand? So please take note of that. We are not We don't work 24 hours. We work 9 to 5. And of course, weekends, it's not like we work on weekends, but sometimes we show up in the group on weekend. But that is sometimes. Now, in the WhatsApp group, you'll be there for 3 months. This live workshop will take place for 6 weeks, 7 to 10 p.m. or 7 to 9 p.m. West African time. In rare cases, it extends to 10 because, again, when people are asking questions, I don't do this, I don't do this, doc, please, I need this, we then take those questions. Please take note of how this works, the 6 live sessions. Now, the 6 live sessions, you must be wondering what exactly is happening in these 6 live sessions. The first onboarding, which is this one, is going to be what you understanding the program structure and the course content. I just talked about this now. Then this first live workshop is then going to be used to achieve what? Brand clarity. Brand what? Clarity. Brand clarity. This brand clarity is key, and I'll explain why in a bit. Because if you are not clear on how you want to be seen on LinkedIn, you'll just be wasting your time. That is why you will see people be doing content creator slash newsletter writer slash HR professional slash, I say, are you a confused human being? Nobody is going to throw you opportunities with what you currently have in that area. So the first thing we need to do is, let's do clarity. Where are you right now in your career or your phase of life? Where do you want to be? When you go through the first phase of the course, which is brand clarity, you would be able to then identify, based on the outline things I said there, this is exactly who I want to be, or this is the opportunity I want next. Some people come on this program and just say, Doc, I want this thing. Then they finish brand clarity. They say, Doc, I think this is the best thing I should be positioning for at this stage of my life. I say, I agree with you. Because wish is different from what data. I have a PhD in chemistry. I'm a scientist. I work with data. You say, your life leaves patterns, which is why I give you on the course the journaling exercise. Your life leaves patterns. Success leaves footprints. It is that footprint I will ensure that we get and say, this footprint, let's leverage on it to then put you out there as the best next things in sliced bread in whatever industry that you are. It is this next best things in sliced bread that we are then going to do and take towards workshop 2. The first workshop is workshop 1, which is profile building, right? Brand clarity and onboarding. The workshop 2, which is going to be next week, is what we are going to then be going through my 7-step framework on how you build a profile that you will be sleeping on your own. You will put that profile in your about section. People will be reaching out to you. I was telling someone that in the month of February, I was having a lot of technical challenges back end. I was not able to write thought leadership articles and put on LinkedIn on my personal profile. Still, it was in that month that they said, oh yeah, come and do interview for free on the channels. It was in that month that we had somebody reach out to me to say this thing. See, I always say I can go for 3 months and not post one thing on LinkedIn and I will still be getting reached out to. What do you think is responsible? My profile is already built to be working for me on steroids even while I sleep. That is what we are going to take in next week. Whatever it is you do, don't miss next week's session. Because if you miss it, you will struggle with the rest of the program. Whatever it is you do, don't miss it. You will struggle with the rest of the program because how you build your profile will determine how you position. How you build your profile will determine how you position. How you write the content of your life will determine how you position. Your content of your life is what you are going to say on LinkedIn. LinkedIn itself is just a platform. The content is not right. You are coming to play. Now, we will be talking about what? Your paragraph 1, how we are going to use that paragraph 1 at the upper part of your global CV, which we are going to cover in week 5. We will talk about how you are going to use that same profile you build to do your banner, that same profile you build to do your header, how that same profile you build to do your about section. We'll talk about all that next week in profile building 1, which is workshop as in week 2. Now, on the 3rd week, which is workshop 2, we are going to be talking about what LinkedIn optimization, which is where we are then going to be talking about how you pin certain articles to featured areas, how you build a corporate brand through your LinkedIn, the common errors your LinkedIn profile is currently having that you need to yank off, how you get recommendations from the right people. And after the workshop, we now will be sharing you a template of 5 to 10 LinkedIn article banners in your group on WhatsApp, because you are going to need it to be able to do the things I teach you in that workshop. Please don't wait for me before you go through your course. If you come to this workshop, it is an addition. If you don't read what is on the course, you'll be asking me questions I cannot answer. I will refer you back to the course. You need to watch the course before you come to a workshop. Workshop is to come and practicalize and do what we are doing. The workshop, ideally, as I am going through that workshop, you will be doing your own on your laptop. Don't come to my class without laptop. It is a workshop. It is not play. It is not webinar. The webinar, the knowledge, the me talking and teaching, it is on the online course. You will watch it. Workshop is now, doc, okay, I now understand it. Let's be doing it. As I'm saying something, oh, let me remove this one. That is how the workshop works. At the end of 3 weeks, you would have a solid LinkedIn profile, because by this week, one would address brand, you'll be clear. By the time you are coming to next week, you're coming to build your profile. By the time you are coming to the third one, you're coming to do LinkedIn optimization. By the end of that week, your LinkedIn would have started working. I have people that immediately they do that particular week. You'll be hearing, Doc, you're reaching out to me through. Doc, this thing is happening. I say, yeah, you don't even have to, you're not waiting to the end of the program. They're reaching out to me and say, yes, it is happening. Just at the end of week 3. The only thing is, I say, by the time they start reaching out to you, before we get to week 4, where you are doing CV and cover letter, week 4, we are doing article writing, which is going to help more people to reach out to you by you positioning. I'll say, we then please, if they are reaching out to you, try to stop, because I want us to get to week 5, when we then talk about my global cover letter and my CV that you would then need to present to those who are reaching out to you. But here's the good news. The moment people reach out to you, your CV does not even matter anymore. Because right now it is about, it's you that called me. It is not me that came to him. So my CV does not matter, even if I'm just saying that just so that we can convince them more, they need to do that CV. Now, in the 4th live this thing, which is the workshop 3, which is on article writing and positioning, we'll cover how to write article, the elements of a good article. There are 12 elements that must be contained in a good article, which is why I say I don't think you can find my article in any other place, because even if you read 10 of my articles on this thing, you may not be able to understand the elements that are supposed to. You cannot read strategy by reading my profile. You can't tell what my strategy is. In this class, we can have 10 people, 20 people, 15 people, whatever. Your individual strategies to your LinkedIn will be determined in week 1, where you do your brand clarity. You can be in the same HR profession, same profession. Your strategies at the end of week 1 will be different for positioning. That strategy, we're going to import it here. So basically, I'm just going to give you a framework and say, these 12 elements must be in your article. Even if you people choose to write the same topic, in the same field, your articles will be different, because I will teach you the rationale for positioning that reflects your value, not the value of another person. Too much copy and paste cannot reflect your value. People don't call you on LinkedIn because they think you are a photocopy of somebody else. You have to be an original, which is why I'm then going to say these are the elements. You are now going to take that element and incorporate it and build your own article. Now, I'm also going to show you how you then post this article on LinkedIn to ensure, because it is one thing to write article. It is one thing to write it right, as in you can write it right, but not post it right. There are certain things you must activate on your LinkedIn profile that will help you then rank high on Google. Like I said, I can share my screen with you. You will see the percentage of my SEO ranking because I am posting on Google. I kid you not. You'll be saying here, yes. I do not. Have you ever seen me here saying one SEO this? I'll just be laughing when somebody come and be marketing SEO to me. I say, me. You are telling me you just finished one. I'm a copywriter. I know how to write SEO. I say, if I show you my dashboard, you will ask me to teach you. You will pay me money. If I show you my dashboard on how great my articles are ranking on this thing, you will pay me money to teach you. That you are calling yourself copywriter of SEO. Now, carousel posts, again, LinkedIn keeps improving. If you are taking this course like 2, which is why I do these live workshops, because You will most likely go through the course and you will not see certain elements I just put here, like this SEO to rank high on Google. It is not inside the course, which is why I do live workshop, because again, LinkedIn has since improved since the last time I recorded. Groups for positioning, I will also show you how to do that. Now, the next thing is global cover letter. Global cover letter and CV writing is what we are going to be talking about in the 5th live workshop, which is workshop 4 technically, where we are going to be talking about the power paragraph element of a CV that is important, uploading CV. You know, we always do this in week 5. Many people always assume that it's a CV that will do the work. I say, hi, your CV is not the one that is going to do the work. Oh. It is after they reach out to you that you now say, okay, they now say, bring your CV. At that point, the CV does not even have an effect on whether they are calling you or not, because they've already called you. The CV is just to now see your pedigree, which by the way, we already be on your LinkedIn. Your CV is just, it becomes just a document that they must file in your file. Do you understand? At that point that they reach out to you. That is what we are then going to say, but at least we still need to, bedazzle them with, I have a great CV. Now, on week 6, which is the last workshop, I will be doing something. Please note, this is not a personalized, this is a group, this thing. I do not personally review your profile and say, bring your own, let me review. But the first 5 people that the last workshop that dropped their link, I will review their profile and give feedback. In fact, the first person is who I review the most. Why? I want every other person to learn. So I will review the first person for like 1 straight hour, talk deeply about every element in such a way that as I am talking about, this person did not do their own right, you'll be adjusting your own. As I'm saying this person did not do their own right, you'll be adjusting your own. So I critically review so that every other person can adjust their own. How to maximize opportunities will also be discussed. How to negotiate. Oh, they reach out to you, they say collect $500, you say no, things like that. We'll talk about all that in that particular. Now, my support team. Me and I've been saying Muina. So Muina is going to be supporting you on this thing. Now, this is the end of the onboarding session parts, because like I said, this particular thing is what we are going to be talking about, the structure of the program, and then we'll proceed to start working, which is the brand clarity. Now, if you have questions about what I have explained so far, please use the raise hand button. Let me unmute you. Use the raise hand button. Let me unmute you. If you have any questions about what I have said so far, please use the raise hand button and let me unmute you, so that I can be sure that you understand how this program works, what you'll be getting from it, and basically that we are all on the same page as to how this is going to work. Hey, I can see Stephen. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for your powerful presentation. I'm Stephen Boima from Liberia. So after the training, are we going to be giving certificate?
Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask you a question back. What do you need a certificate for?
For recognition of what I have learned to be a technical.
For recognition of what you have learned.
Sure.
So why do you need to be recognized as somebody who has learned how to optimize their own link or how to build their personal brand?
You say?
Why do you want to be recognized as somebody who has built their personal brand?
Maybe, it's a training, of course. So maybe on my LinkedIn, maybe these are some of the things I'm going to add on the LinkedIn. Maybe my achievement during the training
So you think
and
a
what.
certificate saying that you have gone through a training that taught you how to build your brand is a certificate to add to LinkedIn?
Breaking in.
Okay, let me, for example, now you learn how to, I'm looking for another life skill that you are learning, because this thing you're learning, how to put yourself out in the right perspective, which is called branding, is like a life skill that everybody must have. So I'm now saying that I'm looking for another life skill now. Like I'm now saying I learned how to dress well. Do you understand? I learned how to dress well. Then I say, oh, I want a certificate to tell people that I learned how to dress well. As in, and I'm now asking, like, how does that certificate add to me? Like, maybe I'm a professional, I'm a 9 to 5 that is an HR professional. Do you understand? I'm in oil and gas, I'm an accountant. Then I will now go and put on my LinkedIn and say, I learned how to dress well as an achievement. Does it add up? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It doesn't add up. So whenever I hear, will I get a certificate for an upskilling program, not a professional, like a professional thing, like, oh, you are in HR, you did SPHIRR, you are in HSC, you did Gibson, you are in accounting, you did ICANN, which are all those, internationally professional recognized certification. But you are taking a vocational program that is supposed to help you build a skill you lack, not in your profession, but to build you up. But you need a certificate for it. It is of no use to you. Because what I am teaching you is how to showcase the experience you have in another field. The only time it can become useful to you is if you want to choose a profession in LinkedIn optimization. Like you want to be able to start saying, I'm getting clients. So you now say, oh, I want to say I learned how to optimize LinkedIn from the best person that there is. You now put it up. Because that time it becomes relevant to showcase that you did LinkedIn optimization program. In fact, if not, you shouldn't even be displaying something like that, because again, people will just be seeing that you are showing up, you are showing off, you are becoming very visible. Something is changing. They cannot place their hand around it. It is the change in your profile that will be speaking that, you have arrived. Do you understand? It is how you will be announcing that I just got featured in TVC, I just got international speaking, that will be announcing that you have upskilled. It is the result is in this place. We don't care about paper certification, we care about results. Let the results be making the noise. Because I always tell people that if I can be telling you that it does not matter, and I have 3 degrees, I have a PhD, it truly doesn't matter. I always tell people that my 2 international jobs I did, I don't have a certification in them. Like, I don't, they would 2 times they hired me because of design thinking, knowledge that I have. Where did I get that knowledge from? A vocational program, Unleash Global Innovation Lab, that I attended in Singapore in 2018. But guess what? I got into that interview and they knew, I knew exactly what I was talking about in terms of delivery. They did not remember to say, do you have a certification? I'm talking about even internationally recognized certification now in design thinking, because they needed me to be able to do the job. And I had proven I could do the job. Certificates was not going to prove that for me. Why am I taking my time to explain this today? As Africans, we have misplaced priorities for the longest time. our whatever teachers, they sold certificates to us for a very long time. So whenever we want to jump on a learning journey, we are very concerned about certificates. That the only thing that is on our mind is at the end, let me get certificates. And I say, to what end? How many certificates do we want to have? How does it translate to results? We should be less concerned about saying, I just completed, and that is the order of the day right now. I just completed business analysis course. I just completed cybersecurity course. I just completed data entry course. I just completed, I said, you will see somebody will announce 6 times. People will come and clap. I said, but me and you know, after that announcement, over the meaning, what is the consequence of it? Please, why am I taking my time to explain? Because mindset is very key on this program. Once you are here to say, I want to upskill, I want to gain this knowledge, implement it so that I can get results, then I can be announcing the results, not announcing that I have learned. You have learned, show the results now, get the job now, like, do you understand? Whatever, get featured on paper now, get the award now. That is the most important thing. For the longest time, we Africans, we have misplaced our priority because they have made us to believe that this saying I finished school, I did masters, I did PhD is the goal. It is not the goal. It is the results that PhD got. You did PhD, you are broke. You cannot use that PhD to come to result. You come and be announcing. Please stop it. Let it convert to whatever it is that is the goal. Or is the paper the goal? It is what the paper is then able to deliver to us that should be the goal. It is a mindset we need to fix. Please, let us fix that mindset. Not because, you see this course, every course we have on Seller has a certificate of completion. But if I catch a professional on my program that now say they want to come and download the certificate of completion to come and be displaying on their program to say they did a course in global opportunity, please stop it. Don't. Should you want to write about your experience, which is one of the things, by the time we get to week 5 under article writing, you will see what I'm saying. How a student on that program, for her to say, like, basically, like, she wrote an article, then linked that article to me to say, in my conversation with Dr. Aderisola Adepoju, who is, you see how she still linked to say, she part of my this thing without having to announce any certificates. Because that is what can add value. The article she's writing that she's referring to me, not the certificate. So please, certificate of completion. When you finish the course 1 on Seller, they will give you certificate of completion. When you finish the course 2 on Seller, they give certificate of completion. But please, me, I'm telling you for free. It is not going to help you at all in doing anything. Only if I put a caveat, you want to be seen. You want to start positioning yourself as a coach for LinkedIn or global opportunities. For that one, certificate cannot still help you because I don't have a certificate in it. I am teaching my life experience. So if somebody should come on LinkedIn and say they're a global opportunities, I say, Madam, how many have you won? When you say you're an expert of somebody, but must have won it now. So it is not what you can win in one day and start calling yourself the expert on that account. So Mutiu Muftau, please ask your question.
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Musa Mutu. So thank you very much for the teachings and lectures this morning. We really appreciate you, ma. So my question goes thus. Actually, I'm a total technical person, and I have almost 10 years experience. Our work is just to go to the site. I'm a telecom engineer. So we we do work with all these telecom companies. We are the installers, you understand? So we do go to the site, commission their equipment, to put the network on here. Understand? So, but I don't know how this GOP of the thing will make me or place me in a order. Actually, I wanted to enroll for the project management. You understand? So that if I enroll for the project management, I can at least migrate to the managerial level. You understand? But hearing this GOP of a thing, I don't know. Should I go for project management first before enrolling GOP, or I can still use the GOP of the team to still reposition myself as a technical person? I want you to please enlighten me.
Okay, I think I'm going to answer your question this way. So when you say you're a technical installer, I'm assuming that that is a, how do I explain this? I do not want to use a word that is that the, okay, I don't know how to explain it. You know, you can say you're a technical person, that you are in the, like like the managerial level of it, or you're a technical
No,
person that you are,
no.
do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Actually, our main work is to deploy uh, equipment that these
Yes, to
telecom.
deploy the equipment. So you are not in charge of
Yes,
all the putting together the equipment and things like that. You deploy
yes,
it.
I'm in charge. No. They will deploy to us. We are the one to put together. You understand? To commission the equipment. I'm in charge of all this putting in place, install, connecting the equipment together to start making it work.
So
So
in your line of work,
in my
do
own
you
team,
have to do anything on a laptop and all those things?
yes. We do, we do the integration, you know,
So what it means is that
we,
GOP
we
can be
configure,
useful to,
we use it on here.
because why I'm saying that
Yes,
is
I'm trying.
there is one of my clients, Sinuade Ogunsui. I think that was in 20, I can't remember, but it's been a while she joined my program, right? She was in that space,
Okay.
all that space, technical one to one. When she came to me and she was saying, how do like, all this gig, how do I put it? Like all this, whatever, they used to deploy all this, Kinikoin, all those technical stuff,
Yeah.
technical infrastructure, yada,
Yeah,
yada, yada.
exactly. Technical, exactly.
So she came then and she said, Doctor, I said, here is the thing. There are two things. You can be looking for a job and you may not even be looking for a job. I said, but then there are a lot of things that she could be getting aside the job part of it, which is again a lot of things that she has been opportunities have been coming her way. So I think first she had to start putting her knowledge out there. As when I say knowledge, one of the things we cover on the GOP is that how to then package this thing together in such a way that people can then see that you have expertise in it. Now that expertise can be positioned for you to be for you, like it may be a line of this thing that you don't already have in terms of selling your knowledge, not full time as you're working for somebody, like not you physically doing the work, but you being like, what do we call it? A consultant for a startup or whatever. So that was an option on the table. Of course, another thing that we started to explore was paid speaking engagements for her in terms of um you know, there are a lot of people that don't know these things, and they're looking for speakers that can then come to their event to talk to their audience and things like that. So that was another thing we explored for her, which she's also still getting till now. Then another thing we explored for her on the GOP program then was, of course, how she can then be seen as a thought leader in that space. Then she started getting awards. Since then, I know she has gotten featured on TV, she has gotten awards and all those things. So for her, her intention was not even to change her job. She just wanted to say, how else can I use this my experience to get to be seen as an industry leader? Then of course, it's now started to bring income from all those extra, oh, come and speak, take money, come and consult, take money kind of stuff. But the main thing she was doing, she still liked it because she was progressing in her career. But again, she had she had gotten to the middle level of her career, so she took extra things around management and things like that to help support a managerial position. So
Okay.
I agree with you in terms of you would need project management because by the time you're getting to, you have 10 years. Between 10 to 20 years is the middle of your career. So what it means is that time, I always say, in fact, me and my team still discussed this yesterday. If you are 10 years, 20 years of your career, by default, not because you want to become a project manager, by default, you should be taking project management because you would need it in that phase.
Actually, I'm the leader of my team for like
Sure,
5
you see what
years
I'm
now.
saying?
I'll be
So
leading
you'll be leading your team
very
and you are
well,
handling a
very well,
project.
getting recommendations.
So you would need to have the knowledge, not necessarily because you will now become project manager, but there is what they call technical project manager.
Exactly.
And that is what one of my clients was doing at Wema Bank. I remember she was a technical project manager, something Wema Bank and all that stuff. So again, at that point, you are still a technical person, but you need to, because I can tell you for free, technical project managers are scarce. Very scarce. It is somebody that can pay them the highest that they go with. They are very scarce because who makes a technical project manager? The person who is at the base, as in first did technical first, as in the technical or whatever it is technical. Then they now go and add project management on top of it so they can then manage projects in the technical space. Full stop. And you are at that point in your life right now. So again, I think I see an Israel in you. Who is an Israel? Israel came with last batch. Israel came with last batch. And when it came, that's what it took. It enrolled for both GOP. You can find this thing on, it will be on somewhere, maybe our YouTube or something, a story on somewhere. He registered for GOP and project management on the account of this particular space that he was in. I said, see, let me not lie. You enroll for GOP. In fact, we had not finished GOP. He started getting things on LinkedIn. I said, but the kind of opportunities you attract, can you deliver it? Can you deliver it? Because your shortage in knowledge will show. If you don't have that agile project management knowledge, it will show.
Yeah.
And you will mess up.
Yeah.
So will GOP help you to get those things coming to you? Yes. But I am glad, it's like you had clarity even before coming here. I'm glad that you already recognize that you need to join project management. I cannot lie to you about that one because that was the same thing Hope did last year. Hope got on GOP and WFS. Why? She wanted to do work remotely. In your own case, you may not be doing work remotely. You may be working, you may change jobs to get a higher distance based on, oh, I'm currently working with this thing now. I want to move to a multinational that pays higher. But most likely, in terms of deployment, you will still need to go on site. So for something like your own job, like you have to be in a specific location because even if you are saying boys go here, when it's in Takoko, when it's really hard like this, they will say, Oga, please move from Lagos to Abuja, come and check. So
my experience, yes, exactly.
Can't do
There
it
was a
fully.
time there was a time I was asked to manage some guys. I even traveled that time. So remotely, I was supporting these people through where we use one application in our environment, in our organization. We call it Team Viewer. I don't know if you have knowledge of Team Viewer. So I will be connected with their laptop on site, and then they will connect their laptop to the equipment. So I will now be the one controlling from my own hand.
I get what you're saying. I have people like that in my circle, so I understand all this stuff. At least a bit of it.
Yes, and by God's grace, I managed the project very well. No cost, no failure, and everything went well. So I've been seeing that kind of managerial skills in me. But now
So you need the project management. You need the project management, but I would say you also need to be implementing the project management in a place that is highly rewarding. That is just what I would say. So what Hope did was, okay, Doc, me, I want to get the opportunity. So as she registered for GOP in March, she got the opportunity starting May. As she went for that interview and came back, she wrote us an email, said, Doc, I want to pay for project and product management now. I was wondering that what is chasing this woman like this? Apparently, she had gone to the interview, she realized that you cannot survive this one if you don't go and get knowledge fast. She paid for the two. And you know why she paid for the two? Like product, as in, apart from GOP that she had paid for that made her get the opportunity. The place that she was going to serve as a project management was all these places that they're doing web for, all this technical app development. And if you are going to serve as a project manager in that kind of space, you must understand product innovation. Or else they will mess you up. The developers will mess you up. Like you will not function well because you don't understand product innovation. So she wanted to she then registered for project management to be able to do the project management. Then she registered for product management for knowledge so that she understands what they are building, like product innovation process. So between March and June of last year, she paid for 4 programs at our academy. She paid for WFS and GOP at the same time because again, she wanted to work remotely. So she needed to learn WFS. Why? Like WFS is remote workers program. So she needed to learn remote worker skills, standard. So she first paid for GOP and WFS. When she now got the work, she had the remote worker skill. She now realized that this work, I have shortage of knowledge in the project management and product innovation. So she had to pay for that too. So she was learning and working. Let me put it that way. She was learning and working at the same time because she had to be learning fast. So at the job, she said on it. So
learning on the job.
She was learning on the job, exactly. So she was learning and using the job to practicalize what she was learning. Saving in. So that is what again, the first thing she paid for was the GOP and the WFS to have the skills for remote work and then to attract it. So I think right now she does 2 managerial roles in the US time zone, but then her work can be done fully remotely. So
I was part of your student in WFS.
So it's that's that. I think for you will need it. So you need the GOP and project management. It's just that you then need to prioritize which one wants to come first for you. I think that's
I will prefer project management first. When next are you starting the
GOP? Our next
not
batch,
GOP, not GOP. Project management.
we are starting May. Yes, we are starting in May. That's the next time the project management is starting. But that's the thing, as in for GOP, typically when I say it doesn't have a start date, we always do this onboarding at a particular time. But like I said, like Open our case paid in March. We started in July. Why? She paid in March. She learned what was on the course in March. She implemented it in April. She got the opportunities by May. So when we came to July, we were just coming to do, okay, Doc, let me see what I have missed out. Maybe there is something additional that I need to learn from this place.
Okay.
So it is the support that happens in batches. Like I said, the support is the bonus of it. Like I used to sell the course before without any support. I realized that there was one particular client of mine. She got the $70,000 job opportunity and she blew it along the way because there was no access to ask me a question at that point. And it was that time that I said I needed to introduce support. So anybody that buys between this time and this time, I put them together in a group and we do support. So that is what we do. So there are some people that have paid for this, I think maybe since January, or maybe, I don't know, even December, I think, but they would then start the support now. Yeah.
Since it is self-learning, the videos are self-learning,
They
right?
are recorded, yes. But again, because there is a platform in the program, when you write me that is a platform, LinkedIn is a platform. So my framework around building your profile and all that stuff is the same, but LinkedIn optimization changes from, as in the course is there, but when it comes to the live session, all the improvements that have been made We talk about it at the live session. Yeah. So which is why I always say, please come to the live session. Yeah.
So that means I can purchase the project management at any point, any time.
Yes, both of them, whether it is project management or GOP, as in GOP is the one I was talking about.
Yes, I
Project
would like to
management,
go for project
yeah.
management first.
You
So
can.
that means I can purchase project management course at any time.
You
And
can.
that's,
So yes, it's pre-recorded, but the batch only starts what's it called? May. And then after that one is September again.
I would like to buy it before May time so that I can start learning something. So that when the time comes, I'll just
No problem.
align.
I hope
Thank you
that
very much,
helps
ma'am.
you. You're welcome. There was somebody else that was raising up their hand. I think they dropped their hand. We took a lot of
Thank you
time
very
in.
much.
Okay, you're
I
welcome.
really it's really
I don't see any other hand up, so I'm guessing it is time for us to do brand clarity. Moina, are we good? Moina, are you here? Moina, no. Okay, just give me a minute. Moina, I'm not sure which one you are on. No. Moina, you see my message to you? Am I emailing? I'm not sure if it is Aisha I'm sending a message to. Ellen said when is next due? The next batch of support is starting in July. But like I explained, the course is at this thing. The course is at Moina, please.
Hello, ma.
Okay, Aisha, is it you I sent a message to? Because I'm not sure.
No,
Is Aisha here?
I did not see any message, ma.
Okay, so Moina has seen it.
Maybe, I think
Moina,
so. It's that she just joined. She's not here.
then who was the second person that was here?
It's only me and Mainat. Do you need that for anything?
I was asking her a question. She probably should, as in she's not responding. I don't know how she set up this meeting, so I was asking if
There is another link for the next section that will start 8 to 12.
just give me a minute, please.
Okay.
I want to grab I will need to share my screen, so I need to grab a link. Okay, great. Where is yeah, cynic? Now let's get started. So if you are here that you've watched your course one, let's first start. I need to understand if you watch your course one, have you started your clarity journey? I would like to hear from you. Like today, the first thing we are focusing on is brand clarity. So we need to first, I would like to hear from you if you've watched your course one and you have done this thing. So if you enrolled for this program, this thing, you'll get the recording in the group, in the WhatsApp group that you are a part of. So do not worry, we will add you to the WhatsApp. We'll put the recording of this on your WhatsApp group before, or rather before 11, did I say 11 a.m.? Before 12 noon West African time tomorrow on your WhatsApp, on your support WhatsApp group. So now, if you're on this program, I know Aziza, you're on this program and co. Please, if you are here, you have done your brand clarity exercise, let me know. Before I share my screen, let me know. If you have watched your course, you've done your brand clarity exercise, I want to, where are you? You have done your brand clarity exercise. Do you care to share with me what that is like so that we can then deliberate on how you then build the profile for the clarity you currently have. You can unmute yourself. Where are you? Okay, Aziz, I think I've seen you. Who has done the brand clarity exercise? Yeah, here you've done your brand clarity exercise. Let me know. Use the raise hand button. Then let's talk about. Aziz, I'm asking you to unmute yourself, please. I would like to use you as a case study for this brand clarity.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm very well, and thank you so much, Dr. Aderisola. Yeah, I think I've moved past the brand clarity. I've been able to do creating the long profile, and I think I've done so much since I purchased the course a few months back. So I have a lot of, like you said, the journaling. I've done a lot of journaling, the outline, and so much. But I've not been able to do a comprehensive um I've not been able to put all together in a sheet, but I have so much I've been able to list out here.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like I said, I wanted to use it as a case study in terms of the clarity. Since I know you purchased it quite a while back, so you must have done a lot. So now let's look at it. I want you to probably quickly run me through
Okay.
your background, and based on where you currently say you've done your profile building thing.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you think you want to, like, the kind of opportunity you want to get to attract at this phase of your life based on the exercises that you have already done. And maybe then I would like for you to share your screen with me at some point, or if you can drop me the link of the document. I'm assuming you did it on the Google document, right? Not on your Microsoft Word document.
No, I have not even put it out on a Google Doc, because at the time I was doing this, the WFS came and I had to give priority to that. So I only have it on my jotter here.
Okay. So here's what's going to happen. Let's then practically do this together. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You're going to, probably give me answers to it. Then I'm going to help you clearly defined. Is like we are doing that your exercise and all, because I realized that by the time we get to week 2 and we start profile building, people start to take us back to the clarity part of the program. So what I want us to do is use you practically as, okay, now walk us through your life journey. Let me put it that way. Like I asked you to do it, the summary of it that is in your journal. Just walk me through the summary of it, not nitty-gritty of it. Then I want you to also state the pattern that you have noticed in that exercise that you did. Then we are going to then put it together to start forming your profile in terms of this thing, because I also want to be sure that you are clear on the profile you want to build. So I'm just going to be quiet and let you do a quick background of yourself, then where you want to go.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, where I want to go is this. While I did my personality test, I was able to realize the kind of job my personality, will I say attract, or what kind of job my personality could do. So while I did that, I realized that I could work as a NGO manager and relationship manager and the likes of that. So this is my background. Currently, I work as a principal agric officer in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. And while I've worked here, I have gained several years of experience in implementing policies, programs, and projects that is supporting the food systems sustainability in Nigeria today. While I'm at this, I was opportune to work at the IFAD project, roofing, where we scaled up the microfinance institutions capacity building, and we're able to improve on the financial inclusion in Nigeria. This project was in 2010 to 2017. It was a 7-year project. So this project gave me the insight of what I would like to. But after that project finished, I returned back to the ministry, where with this opportunity of this experience I've had, I was able to work with the JICA advisor that was posted to my department, and we were able to work on several projects and
Did the project take?
programs. Pardon?
How long did the financial inclusion project take?
7 years. 7 years.
So you are on, as in, did it take you out of the ministry?
Yes, it took me out of the ministry because we had a separate office from what my office is. So we had another project office where we worked. I worked as a microfinance assistant.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's just like secondment.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
it's
get
a
what you're saying.
secondment.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So this other one now was in my department, the JICA. The JICA is Japan International Cooperation Agency. To support food sustainability in Nigeria, they dispatched an agricultural advisor to the department, where we worked together and we're
What's your
able
educational
to
background? It was in what?
agricultural economics and extension, and I have a master's in business administration. And recently, I certified as an expert in agricultural finance at the Frankfurt School of Management and Finance, Germany. So I recently gained that. While I was on this project, my experience at the IFAD project was able to help me streamline and contribute so much to this project, because at the point we needed to do a survey on the microfinance institutions on smallholder rural areas. So we had a research which I pioneered. I did a lot of research on what it is for the smallholder farmers. How are they able to access credit? What are their challenges? How much are they making? And that implementation we did at the IFA project on mobile money transfer, mobile money warehouse receipt system, and we had a lot of implementation at the IFA. So I was able to bring that experience in to the JICA project, which unfortunately we could not implement because the JICA institution, they were not so sure of where they would want to domicile the money, because there was an institution they thought was going to be better, but we're like, no, we can't work with this institution because from what we've done recently, we can't really say, then why can't you domicile these funds at the CBN? So because of that, we had a lot of differences, and the Japan International Cooperation Agency right now, they're still not sure if they will really want to fund the two-step financial inclusion program in Nigeria.
Okay. How long did the Food for Stability project take? How long do you work on it?
Which,
The food sustainability, the JICA project.
okay, 2 years, 2022 to 2024.
Okay, great. When you were at the Ministry of Agric at the start of your this thing, as in how long did that first take before the 7 years?
I stayed 2 years. 2 years because of my banking experience. I met with my director and I was like, I'm not finding this funny. I'm not used
The
to
bank
this.
first.
I was kind of, yes. I
How
worked
long?
in the bank for 2 years. 3 years, let's say, 2009 to 2012. It was
What
the
bank?
same 2012 Unity Bank and as well as Sky Bank. I was as an operation staff.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. So while I've done this, I've been able to work in the rice value chain where I facilitated training on paddy grading, as well as there's this what do I say now? A kind of a program too that was to support rice millers on how to improve the productivity of rice, because farmers often use this method of cooking to parboil rice. But we came up with this project that, okay, instead of parboiling, why not use the improved parboiling system whereby you just steam your rice and that reduces the quality of time you use in drying it. That was one. Then we also did about paddy grading too. We used the market systems development approach whereby institutions and rice millers, rice farmers were taught on how to assess the quality of paddy you are going to buy. Because sometimes when you buy paddy, it comes very empty.
Spell it. Please spell that, Paddy.
PADDY. That is how rice is grown. So the process of processing the paddy is that you are going to parboil it. After parboiling it, to soften the back of that, the back is the paddy, while the rice is encased. It's just like wheat. I don't know if you've seen that before. So you have to parboil the rice, then after parboiling it. So most people use the cooking method to parboil the rice, and it really takes time for it to get dry. But with this improved parboiling methodology, you don't have to parboil your rice, you just have to steam it for some minutes. And we were able to introduce that to rice millers, to farmers, to extension officers in the 36 states of Nigeria. We're able to do that. And then we moved on to the SHARE project, smallholder empowerment program, where we introduced farmers, horticultural farmers to an approach which says you grow to sell and not grow and sell. So what that means is while you are planning to grow, you have it in mind that I'm going to sell. Then these people I'm going to sell to, are they really in need of it? So we advise that before you sell your product, before you plant your product, you go to the farm and do a survey of what is obtainable in the farm. So while you do that, then you're able to know, okay, okra is short, cassava is this. Tomatoes is in bulk now, is in glut. Then I don't have to plant tomatoes at this time. So with that, the farmers are able to plan, and this had led to a reduced post-harvest loss. Yes, this has led to a post-harvest loss. Meanwhile, it has also increased the profitability of the farmers too. Because instead of having a glut on a particular product, they're able to look at the market, do a survey, and now know what to plant or grow at that time. And we also taught them about bookkeeping and linked them to financial institutions as well.
Okay, great. I think I have enough around your agric this thing. So maybe this is your background that I have here. So run me through, what have you done outside of work?
I've done a lot, and one of outside of work, I'm somebody that loves challenges. I love problem solving, and I just love me being out there and solving problems, helping out people. Aside work, I do building. I build. I do building. I come around people that are building and I have an opportunity to supervise building. I sell. I love selling. I just love to be out there to solve problems. I love to attend functions. I just like being out there to solve problems too, in a whole nutshell of it.
Okay, so now let's go to the next thing. So background, uh, education, I have that education background. So now let's go to the goal.
Yeah. Yeah. My goal is to contribute towards food sustainability because it's really a great problem at this time. And aside that too, the financial aspect of accessing credits to the smallholder farmers has really not been fulfilled. I like to find a way, solution through it, whereby microfinance institutions, well, those were part of my recommendations while we carried out this research, that why can't the banks have an agricultural calendar whereby farmers have access to loans only at the rainy season or the dry season, not calculating the funds throughout the year. Why not within that framework of their use? Is one of my goals that we see that the financial inclusion of these rural farmers is achieved over a period of time. And the issue of collateral and all of that, although there's an innovation around that now, whereby farmers are not asked to bring collaterals again. They are asked to just do a kind of like a group funding whereby once the loan is given to like 10 people, there's no need for one person to be paid. The 10 of them pays if somebody defaults. So it's part of my goal to see that we have enough food around. And while I'm contributing towards that too, I always like to see myself as in a top space whereby I'm able to attain global opportunities and achieve more success around my career.
Nice goal in terms of impact, but I wasn't hearing anything. How do I mean I wasn't hearing anything? If you put this kind of thing on your LinkedIn profile, it's not bringing you anything. Which is where many people always just have a blanket.
Mm.
So you can see that I stopped typing, contribute to sustainability. I was waiting to hear something that was going to write there. I didn't hear anything technically.
Okay.
And that is where the problem always starts when people are writing their profile for the clarity part. What is the goal? Because in this goal right now, we determine how we then structure all this experience you have over the years.
Mm.
So I'm going to then, and I'm sure that most likely that is where you will hook when you are writing the exercise that has to go and do.
Mm.
I hear you want to, achieve some form of level of impact. We are really passionate about this, but at the same time, we are building your LinkedIn profile for you.
Mm.
So what it means is, and I always tell people, especially people like us that care about impact, I had to read that into my brain.
Mm.
Does not form growth.
Mm.
I can't do good without money.
Mm. Mm.
And that is why we are registered as both an NGO and a limited organization. We have two separate legally registered entities. Because I know for sure that one needs to be funding one. That is what we call the sustainability approach. So if you want to contribute to food sustainability, you need to stand tall in that place by yourself.
Yeah.
So again, I always say, if you look at impact from that angle, that if I'm not, I don't want to use the word rich, but if I'm not wealthy enough, because wealth is not in terms of whether it is money, it's the network, it is all the things that you need to do that thing. If you do not have it, you will just be. Look, people don't come at my program to become advocate and be singing, I am passionate, I am passionate, I am advocate. I said, please stop it. Action, as in,
Yeah.
I need to build action takers in the sustainability space.
Okay.
So we are going to I'm going to re-ask you that question in bits so that we can then form a goal.
Okay.
Maybe the question I need to ask you is, if you were to be known for something on the cover of Forbes, what would it be?
Integrity, or probably I didn't get that question. Could you ask again?
If you were to be known in terms of the title you would want, if they are referring to you, the title on the cover of Forbes, what should that title carry?
Well, I would like to see something like a project manager or an advisor, an agricultural advisor, a project manager, or NGO manager, or something like that.
Maybe I should ask you this question. When you did your journaling, what did you read?
Okay. Okay, journaling.
You
Hello?
know why you don't have an issue? The
Hmm.
moment I asked you what you were doing outside of work and you told me 5 things that are unrelated, I said, Aziza is going to have an issue
Mm.
in building a LinkedIn profile.
Mm.
Because you say you like solving challenges, which is not a thing in terms of which type of challenge, because every work is a challenge. When it's work.
Mm.
Say you building supervision. I said, okay, you are selling.
Mm.
Enter, I'm sure. What do you sell? Maybe I should even ask.
I sell food products. I do cosmetics, Oriflame cosmetics. I'm a Shiena. You know, I just like to connect the dots where when somebody says, "Okay, I can do."
Energy, Paul. Energy is plenty,
Yeah,
so you must
exactly.
distribute it somewhere. I totally
Yeah.
understand. Do you understand? But again, I've been there, done that,
Mm.
and I realized that I am a multi-potentialite who has learned to build focus for the sake of positioning on LinkedIn.
Mm.
So we are going to build a perception of you on LinkedIn in a place that is your stronghold.
Mm.
So that I want to be advisor. I said, you'll be advising in something now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mistake many people make when they go on LinkedIn. They lack clarity. I said,
Mm.
advice, I want to work at UN. I said, you'll be working at UN or something now. As what?
Mm.
So I'm going to ask, when you did your journaling,
Mm.
what were you seeing? And I did not mean your own preconceived. What were you seeing in your journal?
Well, in my journaling, I saw that I've worked actively, participated in contributing towards improved rights, and just like I've said, in all of the projects I've done, were the things I put in my journaling, supervised SMED funds, MSMEDF funds, corresponded to CBN, I participated in facilitating mobile money, warehouse receipts, and agricultural value chain of several commodities. Just like I've said, were the things in my journaling. And I carried out research analysis of business and financial inclusion of some that participated in data entry. The things in my journaling. And
So
in the
if you said, okay, let me pick one of the titles you say you wanted to be on Forbes. And if you say you want to be maybe on Forbes, it should be advisor. Advisor of what?
okay, probably on agricultural finance, yeah.
Agricultural finance. Okay, we are getting here. getting somewhere. Because now we can start talking about how do you want to be seen on LinkedIn.
Yes, then doctor, about this agricultural finance, I see that it's only obtainable within the banking sector because finance is either done in the banking or as an institution. The institution is the cooperative and the informal and formal sector. So while I took the certified expert course, I now realize that do I really want to work in the banking sector? I've been there and I don't really want to do that. So that's why I don't really consider the agricultural finance. Then onto a project now. I would like to see myself in working in an NGO that will require my support.
Hello, Aziza. Hello. Hello. Oh, I don't think it's on this call anymore. So again, while we are waiting for Aziza to join us, if you enrolled on GOP, oh, Aziza, you're still here. You muted yourself. You muted yourself.
Yes, I'm here. I'm back here.
Okay, great.
Hello.
Please go ahead. You are saying that you don't want to work in the banking sector and
Yes.
more like you want to. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. So the finance system in Nigeria is either held in the banking or in the cooperatives. And the cooperatives in Nigeria are not well simulated. They don't really have that, which was part of the things we did at the IFAD project. But after the project, I realized that there are no sustainability for the umbrella organization, the NAM, National Association of Microfinance Bank, and the AMFIN project. So I think I like to see myself work with a donor or myself facilitating a knowledge around how people can have access to finance. But recently, the federal government has just introduced the National Agricultural Development Fund, and which is an agency. I've not been able to penetrate to know what exactly is happening around there. So those are the kind of places I really don't want to work in a place where I'll be constrained. I want to work in a place where I can always be in the field. I really want to be an NGO worker where I can always implement on the field and at the same time be in the office to work. I really want to have that flexibility. I don't want to be confined to a zone where I'll be working 8 to this time and that.
Fantastic. Now, we are getting somewhere. You know why I say we are getting somewhere? Start looking at the document and putting it together, because this is what will form the basis of the profile you are going to build out on LinkedIn. Now, I said go contribute to sustainability. That is a very purposeful thing to want to do. So when it gets to the point where we start to talk about positioning articles and this thing, it's going to come in useful then. Now, gold industry is the NGO in for qualified industry is financial sector. Now, again, that is another mistake you see people make all the time when they are writing their brand message. Like, I say, where you are may not be where you want to go. I repeat, where you are may not, most likely it's not even where you want to go. So, are you building a profile for the past or building a profile for the future?
For the future.
Fantastic. So it means that we need you to be able to get into the development space. I don't call it the NGO space, the development space. That as a sub niche for you to now be in the development space in agri-finance. So the next question I ask you, have you done research on international agencies that focuses on agri?
Yes.
What are they?
FAO, we have FAO, we have Action Aid, we have IFAD, we have African Development Bank, and we have IFA, and these are the ones I can really give you an up now. You have USAID to does
That's the idea.
agriculture. Yes. And FAO, USAID, AFDB. There are GIZ, then IFDC, International Fertilizer Development Company. And that's all for now.
Fantastic. They're even enough. You see all this information we are putting on this is going to come together. Because now we know what the goal is, we know what we don't want, and we know what we want. And we know that advisor is not a title. Mentor is not a title. Advocate is not a title. That's why I asked you. So they want to put you on the cover of Forbes now. They want to be known as advisor. Really? Advisor in what? Of what? There has to be a core area. There has to be a core. The other ones are adjectives. Advisor in financial inclusion, advisor in clinical. They are adjectives. The core of what is it? Now that we know what you want and what you don't want, so what you currently have expertise in is obviously of your experience in terms of you have educational background in agri, you have experience in agri and in different areas of agri, and also in financial sector. You have worked in the Ministry of Agri for 2 years. You have then gone ahead to do a secondment in financial inclusion in the agri sector. So you have a fine blend of experience and background in education. What it means is our two key words is agri and finance. Agri and finance is the two key words we are going to be using as our pillar when it comes to building your destiny. Now, because you have now then said this is the sector or the industry that I have interest in, we are then going to go ahead to then say, okay, what is next? We are going to join sector as the third pillar. Sustainable agri and finance. Sustainable something. Well, we have three keywords. I will then combine it. Can do that later. But we have three keywords based on your whole industry, your expertise. Now, what is the next thing for us to do? You say you've watched the second part of the course that also talks about hook, line, and everything. Do you have your job?
Yes.
Can you read out the first line for me?
Okay. I am a problem solver, outgoing, coordinating, and planning to achieve organization goals in food.
Aziza, are you joking with me here?
I have a winning attitude and proactive and well organized to take decisive and high motivation and
You have not watched that course. Go back.
Go back. The hook line now. Summary of the most important, creating the experience body with a story, versus results, paragraph telling educational skills.
I now went to start with I am a problem solver in clinical. That's what we went to introduce it.
A summary of the most important in profile education skills, engage in stakeholder engagement, engage in stakeholders, and it's easy to facilitate engagement. I've never stopped.
Aziza, now let's stop. Okay. Now that we have clarity on this particular one, come back. You see all those adjectives that you are going to pack at the beginning of that profile, we are first going to prove because it does not matter. Adjective is not how they reach out to people. You see this document, what have we said is your core? I'm asking you.
Agricultural finance, agriculture.
In this first line that you just read out now,
yeah. Hello?
In this first line that you read out to me, in the profile you are trying to write that go on your LinkedIn, I did not hear at all your call.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay,
So
now
what
let
is
me
all
see.
that problem solving? I'm a great city. What's
Now
that?
I found a place where I wrote the outline. My interest, okay, the outline now. My interest in enhancing solving food systems probability in smallholder livelihood to achieve sustainable food for the teeming population, creating a win-win like them to finance, linking them to finance, trading in financial literacy, and optimizing the agricultural value chain with the system industrialization within small households. I take it again.
Thank you. But you know, there's something I learned in Unleash Global Innovation Lab. First time you hear it, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I am not interested. If I read all the thing you read right now, or I read it on your LinkedIn profile, I am not interested in reaching out to you because I do not see you as an authority in that field.
Yeah.
Your cumulative experience is what?
Agriculture.
Like your cumulative years is what?
12 years. 2009 to date.
So 12 years across how many industries?
Banking industry to the agricultural industry and the development space sector. Over 12 years.
Great.
16 years. 16 years
It's
in
16
total. Yeah.
in total. Okay, you are seeing how you have started to tell me the right things now. Now, let's form another outline.
Okay.
Using these 16 years, your 3 sectors, and a major achievement in your life. Let's start with you.
Okay. I have several years, over 12 years experience in the agricultural sector. No,
I understand.
I have
Where did 12 years come from again now?
no, I have said over 12 years. Okay, probably let me say I have 16 years of experience working in the financial institution. No, I have 12 years of experience running through several sectors of banking to
Is
the
it
agricultural sector.
16 or 12? You keep going back and forth between
16, the 12 years is the primary space where I am now, while the 4 years is outside where I am. So now, let me now say I have 16 years of experience working through the banking sector, the agricultural sector, and the development space.
clear, simple English, straight to the point. So all that advisor, company is just straight out first. All that qualifier is straight out first.
Okay.
Again, what did I say your paragraph 1 is going to focus on? Read it out to me again.
I have 16 years of experience.
The focus of your paragraph 1 is what?
The agricultural sector.
Your paragraph 1, like I gave you a pillar on what your paragraph 1 is going to be focused on. What is the focus? In the course, I said your paragraph 1 focuses on what?
Okay, on for a PPP, profiling and positioning or something.
The paragraph 1 of the 7-step profile you are building. What is the focus of paragraph 1?
Introduction.
I Lisa, you are going to go back. I'm going to drill you.
Let me go back. Your current role.
Go back, go back, go back. What did you jot
Your
down?
current
I'm gonna
role.
read it.
Where is it? Aw.
Okay, let me ask you another question.
Creating experience body. Okay.
What is your most outstanding achievement? That's
My
the
most
yes.
outstanding achievement was the experience at the IFAD project and the one at the value chain where we implemented so much at the rice value chain. That's the most outstanding.
Give me
Where I
the
was able
result.
to participate. Yes, we
Exactly.
were able to introduce rice millers, extension agents, ADP staff to improve parboiling technology, paddy grading for rice millers and farmers to improve productivity.
Numbers for me. All these things you're talking
Paddy,
about. Go back and start again. Start putting.
I should do what?
Put numbers for me.
Okay. One, like number one. I didn't get that.
Quantify the thing you are talking about.
Oh, yeah,
1,000
okay,
tons,
okay.
10,000
Yes,
tons of
yes,
clinic
yes,
tons.
yes, yes,
Quantify it
yes,
for me.
yes, okay. I've been able to train over 100. No, it's over 100. What do I call it? Participants. Did I say participants now? Because it spans through rice millers, extension agents, ADP staffs. So how do I bring them together and say these are the people? Anyway, we have trained over 100 people in paddy grading along the 36 states in improved parboiling technology, which has brought about an improvement in their livelihoods. I think you have to. I will look through my mail and see the
See that
KPI.
you have to go and start going back. That is exactly. I want to put your brain to tax. You need to go back and verify.
Okay.
What
So
you're doing.
let me give a rough
Go ahead.
estimate of it. Yes, let me give a rough estimate. We have trained over 100 participants in the 36 states of Nigeria in paddy grading, as well as the improved parboiling technology too. We have trained several rice mills, institutions in paddy grading in collaboration with NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria.
Hello?
Hello. Hello, Doc.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yes, we have
Can you hear
trained
me?
yes, I can hear you well. We have trained over 100 participants in improved parboiling technology and paddy grading systems, which have improved their standard of living, which have improved their livelihood across the rice value chain and brought about economic growth in Nigeria. And it has improved the quality and quantity of rice produced in Nigeria. So, which has improved the quality and quantity of rice produced in Nigeria. With
That's you can write others to read later. I'm just taking the key points. Now,
okay,
take a step of outstanding achievement and quantify it for me.
okay. I've been able to. I've had stakeholder engagement with over 10 institutions. We have engaged with over 10
No, you see, I think you will
institutions.
go back and start digging your archive.
Hmm.
Go
See
back.
the archive here now. Yeah. Okay. I've facilitated several stakeholder engagements in collaboration in various sectors that has led to an impact of financial inclusion, mechanization, with AFICAT, ASAP, with NAFDAC, SON on agricultural food development.
What's the name of the project again?
Okay, this is this project is JICA project, where I was able to facilitate stakeholder engagement in collaboration with various sectors, and the sectors were in under
What was the
mechanization.
goal of
We
the
have
project?
huh?
What was the goal of the project?
Okay, the goal of the project was to improve on agricultural development, where we had several projects under that. And the project we implemented under that was financial inclusion, then hazard analysis, and critical control point for rice milling
Now, this
plants.
is what's going to do two. I'm going to give you the homework. I'm going to give you access to this document. What's your
Okay.
email? Call out your email for me, Aziza at what? I've seen it.
Breaking.
Okay. I've seen your email. I've shared this document with you. Check your email. So you are going to continue to populate that thing for me. And I don't want English.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I don't want English.
I can't hear you.
Hello?
Okay.
I said
Okay,
you are
I'm
going
here.
to populate these documents. I want plain, clear English
Okay.
with numbers.
Okay.
Now, we will now
All right.
take documents and go understand.
Okay.
Why did I want to use you as a case study here?
Yeah.
What just happened? Despite, because you're one of the probably people that bought the course for maybe over 2, 3, 4 weeks. I don't know right now. So it means you've had access to the course for a while. But we are here and we are struggling with clarity around what you are going to talk about on your LinkedIn profile. And I asked you to read the first paragraph of what you have written for me. You're writing, mechanical problems so far. Yeah, I don't understand. Again, I knew most likely that is what you would have written. Why? Because when I started to ask you about what you do outside this, I like to solve problems. I like to solve. That was the first thing you said. So I knew most likely that was what was on your LinkedIn profile. I'm a clinical problem solver with interpersonal skills, all those yada 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 nonsense. Nobody contacts you on the basis of that thing. Look at this. Then you will use it. You now follow the framework under our course. So please, when you are listing the remaining outstanding results here, remember, I'm not looking for English.
English. Okay. Points. Okay.
Quantifiable results.
All right.
Now, even if I just need you to continue to populate this document for yourself, even if you don't put it into a profile before next week, at next week's workshop, we are going to come here. I have a particular profile that I currently share with mine. I will share it with you people next week, where we are then going to what? We are going to, where is it? Let me see. We are then going to be using it paragraph by paragraph to what? To form your profile. Before you walk out of next week's workshop, your profile will be done. Somewhere a 7-step profile for your display. So you will come next week, but I need you to gather all that information in that document first. Now, is there another person on this call who have gone through their course and you are beginning to do your journaling based on the case study I've used as a tutor? Do you have questions around what you need to gather while you are journaling? Please take a look at Aziza's documents. I think I'll drop Aziza's documents. Muina, please, or I shall drop Aziza's documents in the support group, right? Drop Aziza's documents in the support group so that all of you, when you start to do your journal and accumulate, you are gathering relevant information in that your journaling, not I am a productive solver, problem solver, excellent. I don't want that kind of that English will not serve me anything. So because again, I don't want, as in this first one is always about onboarding and clarity. So first thing I always ask is, who has done the course that is already struggling with clarity in terms of what do I put? Now, for the remaining of you that are here, please take notes. In you gathering, you see what I did for Aziza? I said, where are you? Where do you want to go? That we put under, oh, I'm currently in the agri sector. The most likely place I can find job is financial sector, but I don't want to go there. I want to be in the development sector. I said, okay, I know that this is your core. This is the sector you like to be in. This is the experience you have. Can we then do research on the development sector you want to go to with the organizations in that sector that has the potential to take you? So that when we come and build profile next week, we are building it for those people. We are building it to put the things that they consider value in your profile using the 7-step system. So please, everything that is currently in Aziza's documents, you need to gather it for information. And of course, you need to watch the course. I know why I'm not going to stress you today is because I know some of you purchased the course, maybe even today. So what? Again, I forgive you. But you cannot come to the workshop next week. You have not watched the course and you have not gathered this document. Because it is from this document information that you are going to gather that we are going to improve. In this thing next week, as I am, in fact, what I'll probably do is on Monday, I'll ask Moina to share the templates of the profile in the book. Once she shares it in the book, just make a copy. Of course, you will not write on my own copy. Make a copy of the Google document. Look at it first, because you must start to think down of all the things you include in paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and start to include it by yourself. So when we come next week, we are coming to what? To solidify it in 3 hours. When you are coming to this workshop next week, if you have not gathered all this information that I just gathered now from asking us that question, we will spend the time, but you will not come out with it. So any information at all, if you remember, how did I ask you to do it when you are doing the profile building? I said list is what I just collected from you. List everything under these categories first. Then we'll come back and gather it together. Do you have questions? And this is the major part of the work. If you gather nonsense, nothing will happen. So Aziza, another thing I want you to be able to do in terms of that result listing as against next is all your industries that you had one. Of course, you were in the banking industry, you had results. In the agri industry, you had results. In the development listing prayer you did, you had results. I want you to include at least one quantifiable result in that result place. Because we want to combine 3 things: agri, finance, and development. So we need result across it. Quantifiable results. I keep repeating it. Not we were able to help the farmers. How many farmers? We were able to help the farmers. Help them do what? Drill down yourself to the core of what you teach. If you have to go and start, I have people that come on this program, when they now finish doing this part in the clarity, they'll go and start calling all their ex-colleagues from 10 years ago. It's that thing that we did. How much was a project worth? Put it there.
Okay.
Please, how many of us worked on that project? 30 something, and I was the one that coordinated all of us. Put it here. I need everything in this paper that I shared with you.
Okay.
Everything. So next week it is easy for us to build a profile. So do we have questions? If you have questions, please use the raise and before we are going to do it. The first workshop, we don't always stay long. We use it to do clarity issues. Otherwise, when people are not asking questions, it means that they've not watched their course. They have not watched their course. That is why there's no question. You've not watched their account, so there's no question. Bolanle said, it's been an enlightening session. I know how to move forward now. So Bolanle, have you watched your course? So it's most difficult putting it all together. Yes, that's always the hard part, Bolanle. It's been an enlightening session. I know how to move forward now. I watch, but I was taught what to do. Because one halfway, as regards the journaling, I know what to focus on now. Yes, that is why I always do this here. So, but when you come next week, you are coming with tangible things for me to work with. Not, I'm a problem solver like Aziz. Eh? Because I love that it was Aziza that I used, because I know she likes plenty things like me, like this. We like to do plenty things. But please, LinkedIn is not like that. We need to focus on what, keep our eyes on the thing we want to attract, so that we can attract it. Then all the other things can then start coming as a result of that first major thing that we are focusing on. Yeah. Okay, so we all have a promise. Next week when we come, we are coming with this kind of Aziza's documents. Don't worry, I'm dropping these documents, Aziza's documents. I'll turn it to viewer this thing on the WhatsApp group. Don't worry, we'll drop it on the WhatsApp group so that at least you can use this thing. And by tomorrow afternoon, I don't want to promise tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, my admin will provide you with the replay of this, but you can, what's it called? And say, let me gather this, let me gather that. So it's of profile. What is it? It's just a template that says next week. When you finish gathering, we'll start working through it together and you'll be refining it. The goal for next week is everybody must come out with a profile. They will carry the profile in the other way to go and use, and you go and do LinkedIn optimization with the profile. So I do not LinkedIn profile building. Oh, gathering all this isn't gathering all this is the work. Yes, gathering all this is the work. Forget LinkedIn optimization. 3 hours, we are done with LinkedIn optimization. Small work. But people don't realize that the LinkedIn optimization is a small work. Not like your profile, getting clarity first is the hardest part. Then gathering what as in clarity brings us is the next difficult part. Then next week, putting it together to form a logical thing in such a way that it becomes attractive to the person we are putting it out for. The LinkedIn optimization, me, I can tell you for free, it's maybe fifth on the thing that it's easier because it's a platform. We are just teaching you okay to optimize, it's a platform. It's a technical skill. LinkedIn optimization is a technical skill. This one is a soft skill. And soft skill is another than technical skill. LinkedIn profile building, as in, it's not even LinkedIn profile building, building a profile, because this particular profile, we will use a version of it on our summary of LinkedIn, I mean, of CV. We'll use another version on our header. We'll use another version in our about. We'll use another version for our profile when they invite us to speak. We'll create 5 versions of it. So if you do not do the body, like the first one, the first person profile well, every other one is rubbish. Your CV will be rubbish. Your this thing will be like every other one will be rubbish. So you must gather it well. You were not allowed in for the past 1 hour. Did you exit? Oh my. Moina, what happened? Mr. Tunde just said that he was not allowed in for the last 1 hour in this meeting. What happened, Moina? Because I didn't see anybody in the waiting room.
The group is, I think the group is open. The room is open rather.
Oh. Perhaps on the other link there was a confusion. Oh, apology. Oh wow. When I kept asking, I was asking the other time that how was this thing set up and all that, but you were not responding because I said I was all that. So you should have reached out to people to ensure that they were here. You should have reached out to people to ensure that they were here. You have reached out to people to ensure that they were here in this room after we continued with this particular link. My 2-year-old has come to join us. I thought he was going to come at some point, right? So, Mr. Sunday, do not worry. There will be a complete replay of it that you can follow through on. As I said, Doc, collaborating with diverse teams to implement project and program promoting policy. Okay. So achieve a sustainable food system, thereby enhance the to include small yes, now we know why you still got reach out to with this. Your food system, sustainable food system, which is a keyword in your industry, is in that thing. Your keyword is still there. Sustainable food system, still there. Those are the keywords based on your distance. So most likely when the person was searching, they were searching that. And the beautiful part about your profession is you are not plenty. So even if it took you, the person time to see your value, but at least they saw that this person has something. Do you understand? Your keyword is still there. Your keyword is still there. So which is why one of the things we'll do next week is to, based on your industry, your experience and everything, we are going to identify keywords for each, as in when I say we, like you are yourself will supply, because I don't even know your industry to start with. Do you understand? You are going to supply your own keywords based on, as I am teaching, you will start writing your keywords, and we'll form it together into the different paragraphs that we need to get into. Moina, is there any other person who is supposed to be in this meeting that didn't attend it?
I'm not sure. I'll just communicate in the group now.
Why are you checking the group while this meeting was on? Where's that phone? Nadia, that phone.
The group is locked.
Did anybody reach out to you? Huh?
Yes, Mr. Tunde reached out to me and I replied to him almost immediately.
Or it took you time to reply? Or you did not see it? Hey, Moina, you logged me out of the WhatsApp board. So I cannot even see what is going on there. Okay.
No, I replied to him like it's not even up to 5 minutes when I replied to him.
No problem. So please ensure that you follow up with him tomorrow to ensure that I got. Can you take this boy? To be sure that he gets the replay link of this meeting, and of course the 2 things I asked you to drop in the group And you may want to open that book, please, like tonight, because there's a chance that maybe there's someone aside him that's in that situation. So you may want to open it and this thing. So you drop it to drop the 2 links of the Azizat's case study document gathering that we did, and the profile that's in the GOP this thing. I think the updated one. Let me show you the one I needed to share with them. I think I labeled it. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
I think it's this one here, the 7-step, this thing, the one that has the green, the 7-step profile. It's the one I'll probably copy it and share it. Share, copy link. So the other one that is 7-step that has color is the one I will use to teach next week, but not that one. Because that one is not even open to even start with. It's not open. It's my own working document. That is the one that is green that I needed to share with them ahead of time. This one has viewer access, so they can make a copy of it, and then so I'm dropping the one you are sharing with them. Okay, I think you even have it there. You have it as a saved reply on this one, then as documents. The other one is as a document I need to also share with them so that they can use it to then build their own. Okay. I need them to be able to, based on the replay of this video, to build their own. Okay, so do we have any other question before we call it a night? Any other question? Certainly, we apologize once again for the mix-up in the link issue. But don't worry, this is a clarity session. The main work starts in the profile building session. So once you watch the replay, you understand what I'm saying by this is a clarity session. I will use Azizat as a case study. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me on this program. Please, I beg you, you see these clarity notes I did for us, and do your own. Don't be like Aziza. Do it like I did this one. Do it on a Google document. See, be editing it. As in Aziza, that your document, carry the link. Put the link on your phone, on WhatsApp, or your this thing. Click the link. If you remember something, type it inside. If you remember something, type it inside. What if you lose this your thing that you've been jotting inside now? Anything you remember, store it in cloud. You are on WFS. You cannot be working like this. You have to be working smart. Okay. Anything you remember, type it inside.
Yes, you know, I was not yet a WFS student when I started doing this. So now I'm a WFS student. I need to point it out.
Exactly. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
I will see you next week. God willing. Yes, same time, but please take note. Next week we are coming here at 7:20. So it is 7:20 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
Please, the profile is inside the course. Profile building is inside the course. I am not doing one person's profile. It is not a done for you stuff. I use Azizat as a case study to make you understand how you need to gather your information. You need to watch the course and build your own. That's why I asked who has done their own. Azana said, oh, she had written her own. And I said, okay, the thing you wrote, tell me what is there. Do you understand? I'm not building your profile for you. I'm not doing this exercise for you. You need to go and gather your information based on exactly how I did it for Aziza. Do your own. Do you understand? It is not a done for you thing. That's why I say the exact way I started asking Aziza, be asking yourself, what is my educational background? Write it. What is my experience? The same thing I did for Aziza. Do it for yourself. Be asking yourself, be writing it. Be asking yourself, be writing it. Do you understand? What is my most understanding of be writing it? where do I want to go? The goal. You write it. The same way I questioned her, question yourself after watching the course. Because why she is able to then follow me. Yes, in the support group that everybody is on, Aziza's own will be dropped there. The support group. That's what I was telling Moina, that Aziza's document is dropped in the support group. So you can make a copy of Aziza's document. And the replay will also be dropped in the support group. Do you understand? The replay will be dropped in the support group.
Well, we have 2 groups.
There are 2 groups.
Can you hear me? Yes. We
Yes, I
have
can
group
hear
for
you.
half payment and the full payment too.
Okay, everybody gets this one. It is after week 2 or something like that when we start getting it. Do you understand? I think. I don't know. Maybe you should. The administrative part of this thing, I'm not certain about it. So whatever administrative this thing you do, please this thing, but please ensure that at least everybody gets started with their profile building stuff with this replay and with the replay and the that document. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. And on that note, we are going to call it a night. See you next week. The group is open. Use this weekend to do your work. Use this weekend to watch the course and gain clarity. Use this weekend to see how to gather information like we gathered for Aza tonight. Then next week, we come and build that information into an amazing profile. That when we copy it and dump it on LinkedIn like this, you'll be reaching out to us. Remember, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. It will be hard. It will be hard. It will be hard. Me, I cannot lie. To start to get all that information out of yourself, but your future self will thank you for it. I can guarantee you that. So thank you very much. You can say your good night and unmute yourself now. Have a restful week and have a great weekend. Have a restful night and great weekend. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Yeah. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night, everyone. God bless you all.
Good night, sir. I apologize, Mr. Tunde. Thanks for your understanding, sir.
It's okay.